The sun was a searing gold coin over the primeval forest, and in those days the owl was the king of the canopy. He did not skimp on his appearance. His feathers were spun from silk and stained with the colours of 1,000 sunsets. He spent his days preening on the highest branches, mocking the hawks for their dull browns and the crows for their charred wood wings. The crow, tired of the owl's vanity, landed on a branch nearby. His black eyes glinted with a cold, clever light. "You are beautiful, owl," the crow croaked, bowing low. "But beauty is a fragile thing. They say your feathers are so delicate that you could not survive a single day of the great assembly, the dance where all birds fly together until the sun touches the earth." The owl puffed out his chest, his golden plumes shimmering. "I have more endurance in a single wing beat than you have in your whole soot-coloured body, scavenger. I will dance until the sun itself grows tired." The assembly began. Hundreds of birds took to the sky eagles, hawks, sparrows and finches. The owl led them all, spiralling higher and higher. He looked magnificent, a streak of fire against the blue. But as the hours passed, the heat of the noon sun began to wilt his delicate feathers. He grew heavy. He grew slow. Seeing the king falter, the crow whispered to the hawk, "Look at him. He thinks his beauty makes him better than us. If he falls, his glory belongs to everyone." The betrayal was sudden and brutal. The hawk struck first, raking a claw across the owl's back. Then the crows descended in a screaming black cloud, pecking at his eyes, tearing at his shimmering plumes. The smaller birds, driven by a collective, ancient jealousy, swarmed him. They didn't want to kill him. They wanted to strip him of his pride. Bleeding and tattered, the owl plummeted. He crashed through the thick canopy, falling away from the blinding light that had once been his stage. He landed in the hollow of a rotting oak tree, deep in the damp, dark belly of the forest. He stayed there for hours, shivering, listening to the triumphant shrieks of the birds above. His beautiful colours were gone, replaced by the mottled grey and brown of the bark he hid against. His eyes, once small and arrogant, stretched wide in the darkness, straining to see the world he was now exiled from. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the forest grew silent. The assembly had gone to sleep, tucked away in nests and high branches. The owl poked his head out of the hollow. In the moonlight, his tattered feathers didn't look broken. They looked like shadows. He realized that in the dark, he was invisible. He realized that while the other birds were blind and helpless in the moon's glow, he could see every needle on every pine. He took flight. There was no whistling of wind. His ruined, frayed feathers moved through the air with a ghostly silence. He found the crow's nest. He didn't scream or boast. He simply drifted down like a falling leaf, his great yellow eyes locking onto his target. He struck with a speed the daylight had never allowed him. The owl never returned to the sun. He traded his vanity for a cold, quiet wisdom. He learned that the night is a kingdom where beauty is useless, but silence is power. To this day he waits for the birds of the air to close their eyes and surrender to sleep. Then, and only then, does the king of the shadows come out to claim his debt. Thanks for watching. Kindly subscribe and turn your notifications on for more stories.